Alrighty, August 15th, Buoy 10 update. So today was another really good day. We got all of our kings today pretty quick, which was awesome. Let a few go, missed a few as well. But the bonus is we got a hatchery coho and we saw a lot of coho being caught. So hopefully as these tides grow, that coho rodeo will begin and we'll see a lot of coho start piling in. Fantastic, awesome. So what happened today? Well, let's see, let's back this up a little bit. So first and foremost, anytime you're out here trying to find fish, you want to develop a pattern. And a pattern is, at least the way I've looked at it, and I learned this kind of through bass fishing more than anything else, is you need three things to find a successful pattern. First is location. If you're not near the fish, I don't care what color flasher, what bait you have, best gear in the world, if you're not near them, you'll never get bit. Location's number one. Number two is your presentation. Which direction do the fish want it? How fast do they want it? Do they want it wiggling like a flatfish? Do they want a little spin fish? Do they want a spinner blade? Do they want an anchovy rolling or a herring rolling? What look do they want to react to? Then number three is color and scent. Now, not any one of those is more important than the next, but you need to get them in order. Location, presentation, color and scent. They're all very important, but it has to be in that order. Location, presentation, color and scent. Now it's very evident today. So let's go and talk about what's happening out there in the estuary with each tide change. The ocean water, the salt water, the salinity content of it, and the temperature makes it heavier, so it's denser. It's going to fall in the water column. So the first ocean water to come into the system is down at the bottom. Then as it starts to flood in, it mixes up, and then the entire from top to bottom of the water column is all salt water. Then as it starts rushing out, that salt water drops down to the bottom and stays there again. The fresh water comes across the top, the salt water is down low. So I've mentioned a few times that we've been catching fish digging dirt. That is probably part of the reason they're hanging out down there in that salt water. So today, location, number one, right? We got onto a couple of fish. So we caught some fish over the Washington side, then jumped over to Oregon side. And I was marking fish and we weren't catching them. And I was holding into the current and I just was not getting the bites I was looking for. My buddy calls me up and I had just called him into a bite earlier, so he returned the favor and called me back up and said, hey, I'm on him and I'm over here. I'm like, dude, I'm in the same spot. Like, what's the difference? Fish the bottom. I know, I'm fishing the bottom. He goes, no, you got to troll with the current. I was nosing into it, I was holding, and he said, no, you got to turn around and go with it. So location, I was on him. Number two, presentation was off. I flipped around, started going with it, same thing he was. Got our gear down on the bottom, started dredging them up, and couldn't even get them all down. It was bang, 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 done. So once we figured out one and two, number three, Red October was just deadly this morning, and then Green Machine caught up when the sun came out. So Red October when it was cloudy, and then when the sun came out, Green Machine started catching up. So location, presentation, color and scent, in that order. Very, very important. If you're not seeing nets, get out of there. Don't fish there. The best fish finder out there are other fishermen. If you're seeing a bunch of nets, you know there's fish there, you know there are biters there. Don't be in the mass of boats if you're not seeing nets. It's pointless. I'm not saying chase nets all day long. That's beside the point. But pay attention to what guys are doing. Don't just be in the same area where you're seeing nets. Check out their line angles. See how fast they're trolling. What direction are they trolling? How much line are they letting out? All those little things. It's way more important than a flasher color or what bait or how long their leader is. It is location, presentation, color, and scent, in that order. So hopefully that helps out a little bit, talking about the salt water and where the cooler, warmer waters are in the water column itself, not just up and down the system, but in the water column itself. Oh, actually, let's go back to the beginning of the day too. So since we mentioned the salt water, that salt water is coming in. So we were nosed in on the Washington side, below the bridge, just kind of pushing in, and as we're hitting low slack, I'm starting to mark fish and starting to arc up on the bottom. Bang, 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 getting bit, get bit, great bite, great bite. All of a sudden the electronics started to change. I started seeing a little bit of fuzz about 10 feet off the bottom where that water's starting to mix, and a lot of bait starting to pile in. Right away I knew, bite's done. Fish are gone, they've already moved up, they're getting pushed up because that ocean water's pushing in down below, even though that surface current is still going out with outgoing tide. So hopefully that helps out a little bit. Pay attention to your line angles, pay attention to your troll speed, pay attention to how much line you have out, because that will tell you a lot about what the currents are doing and where the fish might be going. good day down here. It's going to get super hectic this weekend. It's the last weekend for Chinook, so everyone be kind and courteous out there. We're all here to catch fish. There are plenty of fish to go around. Don't feel like you need to be on top of people to go out there and catch fish. You will find plenty of them out there on your own in any water that you want to do, just like we did yesterday and again a little bit today too. All right, thanks guys for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow, hopefully with another good report. Later.